What's going on, everyone? Mike Kadlick and Tayler Kyles here for CLNS Media as the Patriots just wrapped up day one of their training camp for 2024. A reminder, we are powered by Game Time. Head over to Game Time and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Taylor, let's talk about the wide receivers, the pass catchers. One of the most important positions on this Patriots team, a position that, frankly, hasn't been great over the last couple seasons. They draft Javon Baker. They draft Jalen Polk. What did you make overall of the pass catcher room today? Tight ends included. Austin Hooper obviously comes over from the Browns. Experience in Alex Van Pelt's system. What did you make of the pass catchers today at camp?
Yeah, so early on in 7-on-7 periods, Austin Hooper did stand out with a couple connections with Jacoby Brissett.
Brissett threw a dime to him across the middle.
It was a
laser right in there. It was awesome.
Marte Mapu was right on Austin Hooper's hip, but Jacoby Brissett threw him open on, I think it was a stick nod down the seam. Yep. Really pretty play, which is awesome because we hadn't really seen anything from Austin Hooper as a receiver, so getting to see him kind of stand out in that way was pretty significant. And then the other guy, I'd say Austin Hooper was one of the winners of the day in the receiving corps.
Yep.
Also throw Jalen Reagor probably at the top of that list. Go to our quarterbacks episode if you haven't seen it already, but Jalen Reagor with the catch of the day on a deep bomb from Drake May, puts out one hand to catch it and then run into the end zone. Jabril Peppers mentioned that like every day Jalen Reagor is someone who challenges the defense. I feel like we haven't always necessarily seen that, but Peppers is pretty honest, so I don't think he's throwing us any jive or anything that. So
we're not allowed to post our videos or anything out here, but the Patriots.com did post the Jalen Reagor catch. Go check it out over there.
It was sick. You definitely want to see that. And then he also caught another deep pass from Bailey Zappi on another go ball, and those two actually did develop a pretty sneaky connection towards the end of last season. So got to give Jalen Reagor his flowers, someone who's really only seen as really return specialist, but he's been in the mix as one of the top X receivers for this offense, and good for him actually standing out and making the most of his opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. Something else I'll note too, rookie Jalen Polk gets a lot of run with the first team here. The first team rep, I believe, was with KJ Osborne, Jalen Polk, and then Jalen Reagor. So rookie already getting in the mix early. The other thing I'll note, I'm curious what you think about it. Demario Douglas, Pop Douglas, not getting a lot of reps today.
Yeah, I don't know if it was an injury or what. We saw him early on like he was returning punts. He was participating in position drills. Then once team drill started, we didn't see any of Demario Douglas. And that was part of the reason we saw more of Jalen Polk with the top offense, which was pretty awesome to see. I'm not sure if he was exclusively in the slot, but it did seem like he was kind of benefiting from the fact that Pop was out. We saw him. We saw Juju Smith-Schuster. Those two guys getting most of the slot reps. So definitely with Demario Douglas, don't want to speculate because this is one day. We have no idea what the reason was, but will be something to monitor whether or not he participates more in future practices.
And then sticking with the pass catcher theme, third down back Antonio Gibson not out here on the NFI list to start camp. So guys like JaMychal Hasty, Kevin Harris kind of taking over that role as the third down back, at least on day one. What did you make of their performance today?
Yeah, nothing too crazy. You know, it wasn't like the day where JaMychal Hasty was making a bunch of catches in the low red zone during the spring. Nothing that really stood out from those guys, but we talked about it in our podcast earlier today. Who's going to step up and be that third running back or that third down back? And now I think we have a pretty decent idea that when it comes to that change of pace role, it's probably going to be Kevin Harris early on, at least in training camp. And with the receiving back, I think it's very likely we keep seeing JaMychal Hasty, who once again did stand out this spring as a late addition to the Patriots last season.
Yep, for sure. Day one down here, complete in Foxboro as the Patriots kick off their 2024 training camp. We'll be here every single day, so make sure you follow along on Patriots Press Pass on YouTube and read all of our written work on CLNSmedia.com.
Make sure to subscribe to Patriots Press Pass for all your Patriots news and updates on YouTube, and for all our written work, make sure you check out CLNSmedia.com.